Deep beneath the churning surface of the North Sea, 300 feet of water exerts a weight that silences the world. In this lightless realm, the wreckage of a medieval merchant vessel rests in a grave of fine, grey silt. Among the rotted timber and shattered pottery, archaeologists find something impossible: iron nails that have not turned to dust. These fasteners, forged by blacksmiths 700 years ago, remain structurally sound and eerily intact. In the world above, an iron nail left in salt water would vanish in a decade, consumed by the relentless appetite of oxidation. Yet, here, in the crushing dark, the laws of chemistry seem to have paused. The secret lies not in the metal itself, but in the hostile, airless environment of the deep seabed. This is the story of anaerobic alchemy, where the absence of life creates a sanctuary for the remnants of the past. To understand this preservation, we must first look at the nature of rust, which is essentially the slow burning of metal. Oxidation requires a constant supply of dissolved oxygen to fuel the transformation of iron into brittle orange flakes. At 300 feet, the water is cold, heavy, and remarkably still. The oxygen that sustains life near the surface is nearly absent in the thick layers of sediment that coat the wreck. When the ship first settled into the muck, it was quickly swallowed by a blanket of anaerobic silt. This silt acts as a physical barrier, sealing the iron away from the circulating currents of the open ocean. Within this oxygen-deprived tomb, a unique form of biological chemistry begins to take hold. Specialized organisms known as sulfur-reducing bacteria thrive in environments where other life forms perish. These bacteria do not breathe oxygen. Instead, they process sulfates found in the seawater. As a byproduct of their metabolism, they release hydrogen sulfide into the immediate vicinity of the metal. This gas reacts with the surface of the iron nails to form a thin, tenacious layer of iron sulfide. This layer is not the destructive rust we know, but a dense, black crust that acts as a protective shield. Known as a concretion, this mineral shell prevents further chemical attacks on the underlying metal core. The process is a form of natural passivity, where the environment itself provides a coat of armor. Under the weight of 30 stories of water, the pressure assists in compacting this protective layer. The cold temperatures of the deep sea, often hovering just above freezing, further slow down any potential chemical reactions. Molecular motion is sluggish in the dark, and the frantic dance of atoms that leads to decay is muffled. We must also consider the craftsmanship of the medieval blacksmith who hammered these nails into shape. Medieval iron was often low in carbon, but contained stringers of silicate slag from the smelting process. These microscopic, glass-like fibers, embedded within the iron, provided a secondary internal barrier against corrosion. The combination of ancient metallurgy and deep-sea physics creates a state of perpetual preservation. As we descend deeper into the science, the mind can rest in the stillness of the underwater landscape. Imagine the silence of the silt, drifting slowly like dust in a forgotten attic. There are no currents here to disturb the peace of the artifacts. The nails remain held in the grip of the wood, even as the wood itself slowly softens over the centuries. Each nail is a tiny anchor of history, pinned to the seabed by the immense weight of the ocean above. The black iron sulfide crust feels like velvet to the touch of a robotic rover. It is a stable state of existence, a chemical equilibrium that could last for thousands of years. The world above changes, empires rise and fall, and the sun rises and sets millions of times. But 300 feet below, the environment remains constant, cold, and dark. The sulfur-reducing bacteria continue their slow, invisible work, maintaining the black seal. The iron remains strong, its structural integrity a testament to the power of anaerobic conditions. Scientists call this an absolute environment, where the variables of decay have been removed one by one. There is a certain comfort in the thought of these objects being so perfectly suspended in time. They are shielded from the storms that lash the surface and the light that fades the colors of the world. In the silt, there is only the rhythmic pulse of the deep earth and the slow accumulation of marine snow. The chemistry of the deep is a patient architect, building protective walls around the smallest fragments of human endeavor. Each nail represents a moment of labor, a strike of a hammer in a forge long since cold. Now, those strikes are preserved in a vault of pressurized water and ancient mud. The iron does not hunger for oxygen because there is none to be had. It exists in a state of chemical contentment, satisfied by the sulfur that surrounds it. We can almost feel the density of the water pressing down, a heavy blanket that keeps the world at bay. The darkness is total, yet it is not empty. It is full of the potential for preservation. As we contemplate the immortal nature of these relics, our own thoughts begin to slow and settle. The complexity of the bacteria and the silt becomes a gentle hum in the back of the mind. The black crust of the nails is a shadow in a world of shadows, safe and unchanging. The deep sea is a library where the books are made of iron and the pages never yellow. We drift through this submerged museum, observing the stillness of the cargo and the strength of the fasteners. The pressure is a constant, soothing force that holds everything in its place. There is no urgency in the anaerobic zone, only the slow passage of geological time. The ship remains a skeleton, but its joints are held firm by the nails that refuse to rust. We watch the fine silt settle over the iron, a soft dusting that marks the passage of centuries. Every molecule is at rest, locked in a dance that has no end. The cold is not biting, but a steady, cool presence that prevents change. We breathe in the stillness of the deep, letting the silence of the wreck site fill our senses. The history of the world is written in these preserved fragments, tucked away where the light cannot reach. The nails are the silent witnesses to a voyage that ended long ago, yet they remain ready to serve. In the deep, they have found a form of immortality that the surface could never provide. We let the image of the black, sturdy iron fade into the velvet darkness of the seabed. The water is vast and quiet, a cradle for the remnants of the past. As the mind drifts further into the silt, the details of the chemistry dissolve into a general sense of peace. The nails are safe, the wreck is still, and the ocean is vast. We are merely observers in this realm of eternal preservation. The silence of the deep sea is the ultimate lullaby, a heavy, dark, and beautiful end to the journey. The iron remains, the water holds, and the world sleeps. Discover more history by watching the next video. We're eager to share more with you. You can't go wrong. All our videos are deeply detailed, dull while fascinating, and distinctly sleep-inducing.